Hi, my name is Linda, and I'm from Ottawa. Today, my children would be 35 and 33 years old. At 15, I became pregnant. I was afraid to face my parents' disappointment and anger. Finding out, my mother took me to our family doctor. He scheduled a D&C. The word abortion was never mentioned. He said it was just a clump of cells and unhealthy growth. I was afraid to do it and afraid not to. There was no sense of being comforted, only one of necessity. I did as I was told. After the abortion, I had heavy bleeding and bad cramps. We never spoke about it again. Inside, there was a new aloneness, an extra emptiness. At age 17, I got pregnant again, trying to fill the hole that the first abortion had left in me. Afraid, I waited until I was 16 weeks pregnant before telling my mom. I knew that in Ontario, you couldn't have an abortion in a hospital beyond 12 weeks. It never occurred to me that I could be sent somewhere else. But my mom arranged for me to go to New York City. Vulnerable, I felt paralyzed to say or to do anything except what I was told. I flew to New York City by myself and took a cab to a doctor's office on Park Avenue. Taken into a small room and told to change into a gown, I lay on the table with my feet in stirrups and was given a local anesthetic. I felt everything. I remember the scraping feeling, the feeling of the vacuuming, and the feeling of the baby fighting against the abortion. I remember crying out, and the doctor told me to be quiet so that the other patients wouldn't hear me. There was nothing kind or caring about it. I flew home. My mom picked me up, and it was as if nothing had happened. That night, I went out with my friends, and I got drunk. I felt lonely and so guilty, worthless. After all, who allows to be killed not one, but two of their babies? My drug and alcohol use increased dramatically. I sought love and approval from men the only way I knew how was sex. All I had ever wanted to be was a wife and a mother. Now who could possibly want me? I suffered and still do suffer from depression. I had constant gynecological problems. When I finally did have a baby, I felt inadequate and unworthy as a mother. The sight of babies was hard for me. Their total helplessness and vulnerability were a constant reproach to me. My healing began when I turned back to God and to His holy church. I will be silent no more because of the loss that cannot be replaced and the violence that cannot be undone. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay.